Good morning and welcome to the next video. I think we're on video, I'm not even going to say, I think it's 28, 29. I have not done a good job at making these videos. I know that I made a promise to myself to make a video a day, but you know what? It's hard to make a video a day. It just is. So I've not done it. So Friday I didn't do a video. Friday though I did a swim. So I'm just doing a little bit of a recap. Friday we did a lake swim. The first swim was good. The second evening swim, half of it was good. And then the second half, I'm like, ugh, I'm out of gas. So I just survived coming back. Came home and just ate a lot of food. Hungry. Yesterday, Saturday, was a bike ride. This was the last long bike ride leading up to Ironman. So I had planned a 5-hour bike ride followed by a 30-minute break. 30-minute run, 30-minute break. And I was driving there and it started to rain. And I got to the parking lot and everyone's got their hatchbacks up and they're sitting on the bumper of the car, you know, just talking about are they going to go out or not. And it wasn't very nice because it was just raining and we knew we were going to get wet. And I could see people humming and hawing going, you know what, we can just go for a run, bike tomorrow. And to me, I'm like, I don't want to bike tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. I don't want to do anything tomorrow. So I put on my gear, put on my tights, put on my booties, put on rain gear, and I'm like, let's go. And I remember as I was just about to go out and I turned to the west to look at the sky and it was just black. And I think I must have made an expression like, or something, and then Jackson looked at me and says, don't look at it, just go. And I'm like, that was one of the best pieces of advice that I got that day. And so we're on the road, just going, the rain's coming down, and I just thought it's going to get worse. We got to a point where Jackson just pulled over to the road and I said, hey man, what's going on? Because I thought maybe he might have had a mechanical or something. And he says, I'm not going to do this. And so we said, look, let's just go this far and then we'll come back. Right? And if it's really bad, we'll turn around. And that was his moment of, he needed his push, so that got him going too. And that's why it's really good to have people with you when you're training, because oftentimes you'll make a decision that just based on you, but if you have someone else help you, then you can get through it. And it's nice to have that support system. So we were able to ride for 2 hours. We were soaked. We came back. And I was thinking about making a video because it's cool to see us wet and dripping. But I'm like, my hands are freezing, my feet are freezing. All I want to do is turn on the car, sit in the car, take off these wet clothes, put on dry clothes, and then get going. When we came back to the parking lot, this is my pet peeve, one of my pet peeves. When people park close to me, I just hate it. I've always hated it. So I came back to the parking lot. I go, Vanessa, is this your truck? And she says, do you think I'd park this close to you? So no. And so the person that was to the right of me was Ian. He was there for the first loop. So he left. And I knew that because he left, I could just back out and take his spot and then I'd feel much better. So I get in the car. I don't even have shoes on. And I put it in reverse. And I'm about to go backwards. And I move a little bit and everyone in the parking lot screams, no! Because I'm about to ride over or back over my bike. I didn't even know because I was so excited just to take that spot. And the bike went over and it's underneath the car. And people are just screaming at me. So I stop. They get the bike from underneath the car and move it over. Get the rest of my stuff out of the way so I could back up and go. And then I felt really bad about doing this. I'm like, oh, Todd, you're so silly, but trying to get a spot, you didn't even think it through that you had your bike behind the car. So I'm lucky that the bike did not get destroyed. Although I guess if it did get destroyed, I wouldn't be doing Ironman. And I think that would be horrible anyways. Got it through, checked out the bike. The bike was fine. Afterwards, so that was another 55K loop that we did. Weather was much better, much better. I didn't wear gloves and my hands felt good. It's when you spend the first loop in the rain, then the second loop is not raining and relatively warm. It's like, oh, it's like night and day. So it was good. But I think my problem was because the first loop was so nasty, I didn't take in enough fluid. So the last, I'd say 20 minutes of the bike, I felt horrible, just like I did in the swim on Friday. I feel horrible, and I'm just kind of cruising through. There's a section that's kind of slightly downhill, and I just let the wind push me. It was really sad, but I just let the wind push me and coast me around the corner, and then I gradually spun it back to the parking lot. And I ran into Jackson. He had my rain jacket. He was kind enough to carry it in the back of his bike. I didn't have space for it. And so I had to go back to get him because he was going out for a third little loop. And so I caught up to him and I said, I need my jacket back. And I told him, I'm not feeling well. I'll probably not run. I don't want to run. I have no energy. But by the time I got back to the car, I grabbed a bar. It was like what was it called? The Cliff Nut Butter filled peanut butter bar. It was good. So I ate that, took in something else, maybe some fluid, and I waited for them to come back. And then I switched into my run gear. I'm like, I got to get this done. What the driving force to get me done was looking back at my plan and not having that done. I'm like, I want to get this done. This is the last tough workout before Ironman. I'm like, I want to get this damn workout done. I want to get that box check box. Get the box check marked. So we did it. I started off running fast. Then I realized, no, I can't run fast. So I slowed it down, ran with Mark. We had a great conversation about our upcoming Ironman. Came back, then afterwards we had coffee and BLTs and chicken sandwiches from the local Prentice Cafe, and it was wonderful. Today is my day off. I'm doing nothing this week coming up. For me, I think it's a super easy week. I'm going to end off the week with an Olympic distance, the Chaparral Triathlon. It's been running for 20 years. I was part of it in the first year, and I'm like, how cool would it be to go back and do that race again? So Sunday coming up, doing the Chaparral Olympic Triathlon. Hey, if you are out there or living in the area, come on out and do the race. Come on, let's do it. It's been 20 years. Let's support this race. It's a good one, and have some fun, and come out there and try and beat me. Seriously, come on out. Let's have some fun. That's it. I have 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today, I will be racing my 15th Ironman Mont Tremblant. I am super happy that these videos have helped me keep going. And I look back at the training that I've done, and I'm really quite happy with it. This whole thing that I've done with the videos, I know not many people watch it, but it doesn't matter. For me, I needed a motivation to keep going, and this helped me a ton. So these next, I don't know, 5, 7, 9 days is all I have until I leave, and it's awesome. So I think all the hard work is done. It is done. The rest of this is like a cherry on the top, and I feel like I've done a good job of getting myself in shape and getting myself in good mental space. So I think it's good. So if you are having trouble, I'll probably repeat this in the future videos, but if you are having trouble with motivation, I encourage you to do something silly like this. Not many people watch the videos anyways, just probably your friends and family, so it's no real big deal. But for me, it helped me a lot to keep going. So I want to thank you for all the people that have watched it, and that's it. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to have a wonderful day relaxing. I'm going to stretch right over here because my body is a little tight, a little bit sore, but that's part of the Ironman process, is having a sore, tired body sometimes. And now a little bit of R&R today. All right, everybody. See you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. This is Coach Todd saying thank you very much, and happy training. Bye-bye.